terrific look at the city of Memphis, Tennessee, on the banks of the majestic Mississippi River. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Utah Jazz. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brooks.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Ingles, and it's the 3. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year with the injuries. You don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early, because for young teams, once the scout report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Conley, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Three from the inbound. But they get it back. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Tries yet again. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Brooks.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Anderson's shot is off. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Hornets in Charlotte. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Here's Valanciunas. It's good from about 19 feet.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Pass to Ingles. Bogdanovich against Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall. They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
And here are the Grizzlies now. And here's Morant. His last outing, 16 points for him. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Jackson misses. The Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Mitchell. Nice D from Brooks.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Anderson.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings, a selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Now here's Conley. He had 13 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Valanciunas with the block.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Jazz trail by 7. Bogdanovich, that's for 2, and too long on the shot.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Brooks with no one around. Rebound, Utah. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Offensive rebound. Here's the Jazz with the ball. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. 5th, the Jazz.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Brooks against Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Morant. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are on cover.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Morant passes to Jackson.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of this game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Jazz trail by 5. Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Ingles. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, he's a strong, crafty defender. Anderson, he just knows when to jump on these opportunities.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Here's Conley following the basket by John Morant. Conley dishes to Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jones is checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Mitchell after Memphis gets the 3. Bogdanovich up top, guarded by Jackson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot, and there it is for him. Mitchell's got 6.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Memphis leading by 8. Anderson with the ball. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Gobert brings the double team. Here's Jones. Buries it down low.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Mitchell against Brooks. Right side, Conley. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Out to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 9 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jones in the post, covered by Conley. Conley against Jones. To the middle, here's Brooks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Sometimes Brooks is a tough matchup for the D, especially when he's playing with some intensity and looking to score.
Some changes for Memphis. Jay Crowder comes in for Jackson, and Josh Jackson subbed in for Kyle Anderson. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Green comes in for Joe Ingles. Dante Exum is checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Here's Gobert. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Crowder. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. That's off as well, so he misses both. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be, more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist, because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted, and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
So it's the Jazz now. The Grizzlies making the shot. And there's the pass to Exum. Moutier against Allen. Tries it from 9. Here's Gobert. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Valanciunas. Here's Jones. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Outside, Green. Exum with it, working on Jones. Rejected by Crowder.
Big defensive play by Crowder, snuffing him out there.
Here's Allen. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Gobert. 2nd in blocks, 6th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And as you said, one rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. Now here's Jones. 9-point game his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Utah. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Memphis. They find themselves in 6th place.
And I think for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
It's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. And now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
Now, here's Exum. After Josh Jackson's miss, it's stolen by Jones. Over in the corner, Allen for 3. Gobert pulls it in. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Utah. Trailing by 10. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. Allen right side. Over Moutier. And again, Memphis no good.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And he makes the first. And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Exum hits them both. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Allen passes to Jones. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the line. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Passes it to Moutier. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Exum with a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Exum's got 5 points so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moutier. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Allen against Green. Outside Crowder. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Inside, Crowder with the steal. With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Clark. Morant is out there with Allen. And there's Jackson, and it's Crowder in at power forward.
And you can see now Jackson starting to shoot that shot with ease. A lot of confidence now flowing through the young fella.
Here's Exum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
He makes one of two that time. Pass to Williams-Goss. Here's Gobert trying to get open as Davis, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from Gobert. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now Morant. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Ed Davis.
Yeah, you see the explosiveness there, the fluidity. Morant's unbelievable.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
That's good from Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Jackson. Now here's Exum. He has 6. To the paint, here's Williams-Goss. Misses from short range. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And here's Morant. 6 points for him. Outside for Jackson. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. Morant with it. Now defended by Exum. And that one, good. Crowder's got his first points in this one.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Exum. He has 6. Now here's Gobert. Pass to Williams-Goss. Just 4 to shoot. Over Morant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And that game against the Pacers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
It's good.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, That's the one.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now the pass to Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Allen. Finish off the break. Allen's got 6.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now here's Exum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Green. He dishes it to Davis. Back to Green. There's the 3. Here's Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson. All going up court. Here's Morant. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Utah calls timeout. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Look how active Conley is. He seems to have a knack for coming away with these type of steals.
Memphis leading by 8. Outside Crowder. Kicks it to Anderson. Clock at 6. Morant passes to Crowder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got his second basket of the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Passes to Conley. Here's Bogdanovich. No good that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. Pass to Anderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And he's good on the second. And for the longest time, the Grizzlies looking for an answer at the small forward position. 2 summers ago, they signed Kyle Anderson away from San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and he's a unique player. He's kind of a point forward type. Very.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Morant. He's got 8. Pass to Brooks. The 3. The shot that time not on target. So Utah will take it the other way. Outside Bogdanovich. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you got to appreciate the determination that Bogdanovich showed there. When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to finish at the basket.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Morant with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. They recover it. Count that one. And it's 8 points for Jaren Jackson. Jazz trail by 9. Outside Conley. Mitchell up top. Now Ingles. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Mitchell finds Bogdanovich. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Ingles against Anderson. To the inside. Brooks got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He's such an effective scorer. Brooks knows when he should look to capitalize from this area.
Here's Conley. That one off the back iron and out.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Second, Joe Ingles.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And here's Brooks from outside.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Bogdanovich against Jones. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Fade away. No good from Valanciunas. Jazz trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And his shot, I mean, it's come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Here's Jones. Anderson outside. With the fadeaway. Rebound, Utah. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Conley. Plays it up and banks it in. And now it's just a 4-point Memphis lead.
Far from just a perimeter threat. I like watching Conley go to work with the basket.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Davis with the double team. The pass to Valanciunas. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Good on the bucket. Anderson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Jackson, he's checked in for Crowder. Moutier, he's checked in for the Jazz. And he sinks the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Jones against Moutier. Left side, Jones. Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, how about the composure down low for Jackson? He's showing all the tools in that toolbox, becoming very efficient when attacking the rim.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
And the basket by Jackson.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
Moutier against Jones. Passes it to Ingles. Beyond the arc. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up. In turn, get his teammates going as well.
Count that one. And it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Here's Davis, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
And Valanciunas kicks to Jones. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Bogdanovich now top the key and finished off by Davis.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Valanciunas, good.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
17 seconds left here in the second. Jazz trail by 9. And here's Moutier. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Mitchell. Nice D from Brooks.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so it's Memphis in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and suddenly, they're sitting on a 9-point lead here at halftime. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Jazz trail by 9. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Davis in at the point guard.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
That's tipped. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. And it's good, 2 points. Davis has got 10 points. Now here's Morant. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Morant. With some arc. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
They get it back. Bogdanovich dishes to Ingles. Over Anderson. Ingles can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 5. Pass to Brooks. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Jackson against Bogdanovich. Back to Ingles. And the rejection by Jackson.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Mitchell with it. 16 points for him. He kicks it to Ingles over Brooks. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ingles. For Memphis, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Anderson. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
It's not going to be easy, but they've come this far. I mean, they're right here.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Pass to Valanciunas. To the wing right side. Here's Morant. Drops one in from the wing. Morant's got 10.
Oh, right there, Morant showing his ability to work off the ball. I mean, he found some space and knocked down the shot.
Utah calls timeout.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Exum deciding where to go with it. The pass to Williams-Goss. Gobert with it. Here's Clark. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Exum passes to Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. For the tie, passes it to Williams-Goss. For the lead, rebounded by Jackson. Memphis leading. Deep 2 from Brooks. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 11 points in the game.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
Lobbed up there for Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Grizzlies have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Now Morant. 12 points for him. Shoots over Exum. Here's Valanciunas. No good there. Great D that time from Green. And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. A 2-point game. Mitchell's shot is good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And here's Morant. Pass to Clark. Green with the rebound. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Williams-Goss. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And for Memphis, they're shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Brooks misses. Utah's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Mitchell's shot is good.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Grizzlies shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And a switcher also for Utah. Mike Conley's checked in for Williams-Goss. Allen kicks to Morant. Back to Allen. From past the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Allen's got 9.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Utah trailing here. Now here is Conley, and he banks in the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morant with it. He's got 12. Allen outside. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's a close game here in Memphis. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Conley kicks to Exum. Jazz passing it around. Green finds Mitchell. 6 to shoot. That one no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Allen. Down low, Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
And showing he can play above the rim. Crowder with the highlight right there.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. On defense, the Jazz. Jackson dishes to Allen. Here's Morant. 12 points for him. Jackson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Now here's Exum. Defense right on him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Jackson. And 11 points for Allen.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now Conley. 5 points in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
The first one falls. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And the toughness Conley provides, I mean, it can't be underrated. He's a guy his younger teammates, they really look up to.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Trying to get open is Crowder. Allen's shot is off. Jazz trail by 3. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Offline with his 3.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. The rebound by the Jazz. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound in this one. The pass to Exum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Conley. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And it's sent back by Allen. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's Jackson with the drive. Shoots over Exum. Jackson misses. The Jazz on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. A free throw good from Mudiay. Some changes for Memphis. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Tyus Jones. And it's Morant in for Grayson Allen. And Utah with a change here too. Ingles is checked in. Both free throws good from Mudiay.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Ingles. Second and three-point field goal percentage. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. And it's Conley that time on the assist for Moutier. And that's now 9 points for Mike Conley.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Morant.
Now look, that's the blinding quickness of Conley. You know his father ran track in the Olympics, right? He's especially effective at getting the defense to hit him on the drive.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Pass to Jackson. Trying to get something going. And he lays it up and in. Jackson's got 12 in the game.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Outside Conley. There's the dish to Moutier. Bogdanovich left side. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Bogdanovich. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant dishes to Crowder. There's the triple. Utah with the rebound.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
They get it again. And slam dunk by Gobert. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 21 rebounds.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Jazz up 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. That one misses.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Just no denying his athletic ability. Jackson, whenever he sees a chance to attack the rim and make a statement, he doesn't waste any time rising up.
Ingles finds Bogdanovich over Jackson, and the rejection by Jackson. A second chance effort, and rebounds again.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere, just sensational. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his third foul of the game. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Jackson. Now here's Morant, over by Conley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer, and he told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physique for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Morant. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA, but what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league, Chris?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players, and he's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The fadeaway, and he can't bank that one in. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Anderson outside. And here's Morant. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. Ingles with the ball. Here's Moutier, and good that time. Here's Morant. They get a hand on it. Jackson passes to Morant. Brooks against Bogdanovich. Valanciunas, good.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. Over Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jackson misses. Jazz leading by 6. Ingles dishes to Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And it's 13 points for Conley.
Oh, forget about 3-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And it's great to see Bogdanovich spreading the ball out. I mean, possesses good size, which allows him to see over defenders.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Bogdanovich against Brooks. Morant with it, right at the free throw line. Here's Jackson. Gobert with the block.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Can they get it? And it's Morant missing.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Conley's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Over in the corner, Moutier. The 10-footer. And he knocks down the jumper. Moutier's got the lead up to 14 now for Utah.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough, tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
No good from Clark. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Conley, the pass to Ingles. Gobert trying to get open. Here's Davis. Pass to Ingles. Now here's Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. The offensive rebound. And another shot. Trying to get open is Davis. Gobert can't hit.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the game. He's been making good decisions out there. Well, until that one anyway.
Here's Conley. There's the pass to Moutier. Ingles with the ball. The feed to Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Davis.
And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. And it's Morant missing. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Ingles. Over to the left wing. Moutier. Another miss by Utah. The Grizzlies trail by 16. It's Anderson with the drive. Up and in on the layup.
With the long frame and adequate strength. I mean, Anderson, he one-ups the defender on that shot.
Now here is Conley. Tight defense on him. He feeds it to Moutier. Kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Gobert. Over Valanciunas. Misses off the right iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Davis. No good from Valanciunas.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Here's Clark. Pass to Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Kyle Anderson. On the wing, Ingles. Defended by Crowder. Clock is at 3. Fires for 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Gobert. It doesn't go for him. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Another miss by Utah. Here's Morant. It's blocked. And here's Moutier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The free throw good from Moutier. Both free throws good from Moutier.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Brooks against Mitchell. And there's the pass to Morant. Inside, here's Valanciunas. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Ingles finds Moutier. Offensive rebound. Now Bogdanovich. Crowder with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Brooks with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Brooks. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Launches it. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. 16 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
On the offensive boards, he has been a force. Offensive rebounding is all about pursuing the basketball, and he has not stopped that pursuit all night. The second chances he's created have been a big factor.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Bogdanovich dishes to Ingles. Back to Bogdanovich. Stolen by Brooks. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists now tonight. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Brooks misses. Jazz leading by 13. Here's Conley. Makes it off the glass.
That's the grit and grind mentality of Conley. He excels at taking challenges head on.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Morant to the middle. Here's Valanciunas. That one's not going to go. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Utah.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Rudy Gobert.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Morant passes to Crowder. With the teardrop, Gobert with the block. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Mitchell outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. Poked loose. Bogdanovich dishes to Gobert. That one goes. Count it. And the Jazz lead by 17.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.